I am Luke Kaea. I'm a singer, guitar player, main songwriter of Kymatica. I have always been driven to write this music since I was very young. And it wasn't until I was in my late 20s that I attended music college. And then from there, I really was able to, for the first time, take the ideas I'd always had and put them in a real format that could be communicated. And so Kymatica really was born in a way there, but it was also born in a way when I was 13 years old and I just knew I had to play music and I knew I had to write music.
They were at the odds out band on the bill because the other bands were more like straight ahead, you know, angry Cookie Monster type vocal stuff, and he was doing something that was a lot more sort of old school dramatic. I mean, he's got kind of more of an Alice Cooper vibe and King Diamond, some of that sort of what I call classic metal thrown in with the sort of very progressive modern sort of quality.
They have a certain intensity. Their music is quite warm. I mean, the genre is death metal. They have some progressive elements and some more original elements about the sound that makes it sound very heavy and emotional too. Like they have certain kind of warmth into it.
It ends up being almost like a storytelling sometimes. Almost. Like just very theatrical feel to this like aggressive music.
Apart from music, I'm also a martial art instructor and practitioner. And these things have really come together in my writing and in my philosophy towards music and what I do.
Here's this guy who's this super mild-mannered, martial arts instructor that teaches very traditional martial arts, and then he gets on stage and he's like, this sort of like spooky, raging maniac of a guy, and just the two sides of his personality are very different people.
Shall fade from black to grey, the whispers of the end of day that frozen souls to melt upon the way.
Basically, what he's trying to do is create like a sense of the mystical with the live performances and just draw in a crowd with that kind of sense.
There's just like a wide array of influences that Luke draws, I guess, when he's writing, and they work well, it meshes well.
What it really sort of goes into as a theme, death being the idea of the great dividing line between what you might call the experience of this world and the next, the idea of reaching through that and being able to come back with something, a kind of source for great learning, great transformation. I go into this idea from the dark side of the feminine energy. So Lilith, she disobeyed God because she didn't want to be subservient, and then therefore was ostracized. So a song for her then really speaks to this idea of rebalancing, but in a complete way, not in a limited way, but in accepting all of the different aspects of both masculine and feminine. In the Fate Doom video, I wanted to tell Joseph Campbell's concept of the hero overcoming great obstacles to find more of themselves. The way I would want to tell it to be unique would be that the obstacle was death itself, because that is the one thing that can't be conquered. So I wanted to almost defy the laws of nature in a sense. Even that can be looked at as a transformational.
I think the record is solid. It's the kind of calling card I would want to have if I was going to hit the road and things like that. It's like, this is a solid record. It's a good band.
My favorite feedback from people is people telling me they feel slightly mesmerized by the experience of watching the show, because then I know that their conscious mind is relaxing and I'm able to then speak as art should be speaking to a deeper level of themselves.
When a destructive energy comes towards you, you must pull it back.